Hello guys, it's Enemy Demon here, back with another video of the Silent Genius, Naruto the Silent Genius, chapter 22. That's where I'm starting off from. Okay, now before I get into the story, I do have to make, well, I don't think it's an announcement, but I do want to congratulate, I mean, yeah, congratulate, I don't know what it is, but I just want to show my appreciation to all my subscribers and stuff, like I think we're close to 300 subscribers, and I'm really happy about that. So, like, thank y'all very much for subscribing to my channel. Like, I know my content is not the best. Like, I know that. So, I'm gonna have to figure something out about that. Now, since I don't write down my stories, like the stories I like that I come up with, like the first one, my first YouTube video that I put up. I mean, not for the first what if that I put up, and like I know, like I pretty much, I don't think I did a good job on that one, so I don't think I'm gonna continue it. But I do got stuff planned out for what I want to do. Like I got some what if ideas that I want to do, like that I've come up with and that I've seen other people do, but they don't make a lot of episodes of it. So I'm gonna just do it. Now I can't remember all that other stuff, but I forgot what I was going to say, but I do got some what ifs in the works though. I do got some what ifs now. Since I don't write my stories down, it is totally going to take me a while to actually come up with like semi story of how I want this character to be. Now, of course, with me, I want my character. I like my characters overpowered, and I like villain characters. So I haven't made a villain what if yet, but I'm still planning on that one. But I'm still debating on should I do Naruto or Deku. I mean, or My Hero. But yeah, those are the ones I like. I like those what ifs. I don't necessarily like technically I love every what if, but there's some what if that I don't like. I don't like female what ifs and stuff like that. But we can explain that in another video. But no, y'all can just ask the comments of why I don't like them. But it doesn't really matter about the gender and stuff like that. I just don't like them because I just don't like. I don't know why I don't like them. I just don't like them. Like female main characters. Like I don't like them in anime, and I don't like them in reading them either. But anyway, let me see how long did I talk for. I'm so sorry about this, bro. 2 minutes, bro. Y'all should skip this. But let's get into this story. Chapter 22. Naruto sat on one of the branches as he observed a small group of Iwa ninjas as they confronted his team. He noticed Tamari's tensing towards her weapons. Hand over the Zanshi girl. Zashi girl. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Zanshi girl. Something like that. Zanshi. That. Y'all could just, there. The girl. And we'll leave. Hakura tensed in fear. Why are they after her? Her clan named literally meant tragic death slash violent death. You're going to have to go through us, Katsu and Akira said, in unison, taking a defensive stance in front of Hakura and us. Rookie 9 said as they joined Katsu and Akira. The Inwa ninjas snared in disdain at the Konoha shinobis. They hated Konoha, especially one person, the Yellow Flash, Yondaime Hokage. He defeated 100 Inwa ninjas, forcing the Tsusukage to surrender, and the Kanabi Bridge was destroyed. So the favors had turned towards Konoha. They had celebrated when the Undain Hokage has finally been killed when QB had attacked Konoha. Some were upset that they didn't get their revenge for their beloved ones. You brats are going to be able to defeat us. Aren't going to be able to defeat us. We're elite Jonis. That we're precisely the best Ambu squad. One of them said cockily. Well, you forget about us. Kurenai and the other Jonies approached and joined the little protective circle around Hakura. Ah, the famous Genjutsu master, Urinai Karine, something like that. We have to copy ninja. We have to copy ninja Hatake Kakashi, a previous Guardian shinobi. A previous Fire Guardian, Sarutobi Atsuma, and then there's the Green Beast of Konoha, Maito Guy. Huh? The ninja presumed to be the leader said. Uh, there is still one more. A calm, monstrous voice said from above them. The N1 ninjas all turned in shock. They hadn't sensed his presence, but the sight of the small teenage boy made them snort in amusement. The yellow flash, one of them had exclaimed, making the rest pause to study the boy. Not quite, as Naruto said, as he leaned his back on the tree trunk comfortably. He was sitting on a pretty thin branch. They were surprised. It could not support his weight. He is either really light or it could support his weight. My bad about that. He is really light or he is really good at balancing. But you look like him, one of them stated dumbly. I have noticed, Naruto depended, making everyone sweat drop at his simple, reclusive response. By the way, I have no idea what reclusive means, so if anyone can tell me, that'd be good, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't mean what I'm thinking. But anyway, back to the story. Hold on. Forgot what I was. Okay, got it. We should go. The kid has a flea on sight order on his head. One of them whispered, but Naruto's sensitive ears caught it. The ninja was brushed off by his teammates, who doesn't believe that a child could have a flea on sight order. Come on, little girl. Just give up. You look like you can't even hurt a fly. Naruto's eyebrows furrowed slightly. I am not a girl, but I will take that as a compliment because I do not like my mom. Anyways, what business do you Inua Awa Nins have in Suna that you have to confront them? Naruto asked. Give us the Zanshi and we wouldn't kill you all. What makes you think you can stand against so many of us? Naruto asked. We're a good of elites. Don't make me laugh. Your attitude is worse. Such cockiness, it doesn't come as a surprise that one of your comrades was killed by a little girl. The inward stared in shock. How did he know that? That's not possible. No one could know about it. But the way our comrades died, it was an assassin's handiwork. This child, how could he know? How did he know about that? Their excitement was answered with a small smirk from Naruto. He swung around so his body would be facing them all. And all. He had chugged a kunai that had his chakra running through it to pin their shadows down so they can't move. A handy Kekkei Genkai he owns. The ability to copy anything and everything, including other clans' Kekkei Genkais. A poof of smoke enveloped him when the smoke cleared. A girl with long red hair, braided into a fishtail and wearing a short black kimono, sat there. Her kimono reached her knee and framed her thin frame. Her face looked very angelic, and her eyes were a beautiful shade of red. You're the one who killed our friend. That's right, Naruto said, still looking like a redhead girl. That, though, was out of self-defense. Your comrade tried to rape me. I was supposed to assassinate him, but he just gave me a reason to kill him. No questions would be asked. I suppose I wouldn't mind helping you guys join your comrade. I'm sure the Shinigami would have a perfect spot for you in hell. For you people in hell. Naruto said, as his angelic female face split into a small smirk to flash the fangs, making her look like a fox. While she examined her nails, they wanted to take a step back, but found that they couldn't move. Naruto's aura resonated a very evil intent. He jumped down from the branch and took graceful steps towards the inward ninjas. Keep your eyes open. Do you see it? The fall down of your village. All because of one thing, your cockiness. If you were to have taken Hakura, we would declare war. And the thing is, Suna's secret weapon is a Jinchuriki. Yeah, we all know that the Kazekage is a Jinchuriki. One of them sneered, still feeling confident he could take them all. Naruto taxed at them and he shocked them when tails started fanning out from behind him. He transformed back to himself. I am one of them. I am known as the Blood Shadow in the Bingo book. The price on my head is so high you could build a village with it. I am a SS rank shinobi, and there is no picture because anyone who has the bad luck of crossing paths with me are all dead. Naruto stated calmly, as they were still caught in his genjutsu, and they crippled to the ground unconsciously. Naruto sighed, and his tails disappeared. Baki-san. Naruto called out, yes. Please bring Sabaki. I'm sure he'll be able to torture something out of them. Naruto said, and Baki complied. You guys should get some training, or some rest. Whatever you want to do. Katsu, Akira, Hakura. Let's go. We'll work on your taijutsu, Naruto said, as if nothing had happened before. Hakura looked at Naruto, wanting to ask something. I will explain everything later, Hakura. I'll drop by your house later for that, Naruto said gently, and the girl nodded. Nor her sensei would keep that promise. Chapter 23. This is what I'm going to be at. Let me see how long this video is real quick. Hold on. Okay, we good. Konoha disappeared into different parts of Suna. A few went to train while the rest went around town. Naruto trained his team before letting them go home. Much to their displeasure, Naruto walked home with Hakura, and both enjoyed the silence as they took in the beautiful sunset. Mom, Dad, I'm home, Hakura announced when she finally opened her door. Welcome home, honey, her mom greeted from the kitchen, and the aroma of food drifted through the house. I brought Sensei with me. Something happened today, Hakura said as she entered the kitchen. Oh dear, what happened? Her mom asked, and Naruto bowed slightly at their older Zenshi. Zenshi's son. Naruto greeted politely before getting taxed by someone by the door of the kitchen. Don't need to be so polite. The name's Hosuke Zenshi. Hakura's dad greeted and held out a hand. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Oh, la. You're from two clans with powerful beings. I'm impressed. I'm Hana Zenshi. Wait, didn't we meet before? Yeah, I'm that kid from Konoha, Naruto said and received an O face from both Hana and Hasuke. They sat at the dining table and Naruto looked at them for a few seconds before starting. Today, Hakura almost got kidnapped by Enwa ninjas. I'm assuming they were after the Zenshi bloodline. But they did. But how did they find out Hakura is a Zenshi? Ha- Hannah asked, shocked. I don't know, but I'm sure Hakura is expecting answers about why they are after her, Naruto said. The two Zenshi's elders looked at each other before one got up and to get something, while the other turned back to the two young kids inside. So, how old are you, Naruto-kun? 12, Hana-san. Naruto replied politely as he looked past Hana's shoulders to see Hasuku return with a few scrolls. He sat down and set the scrolls down on the table. Hasuki opened a scroll and started explaining to both teens about how our ninjas were after the Zenshi bloodline. It turns out their ancestors had infiltrated Enwa with their bloodline when they single-handedly defeated half of the population of Enwa without even moving a single muscle. Iwakure, as you can tell, was extremely angry, yet intrigued by the red bloodline. They had since been trying to capture any Zenshi they could get their hands on, young or old. None has been successful so far. When Naruto was about to leave, Hana and Hatsuku stopped him and handed him a few scrolls. The trio explained a few eye glances before nodding their goodbyes. Bye, Sensei, Hakure yelled from across the room where the kitchen is. When Naruto got back to the Kaiju mansion, he read over the scrolls and quickly learned the jutsus in it before sealing the scroll into another scroll that has all the other jutsus from Hakure's clan that she has yet to learn but will learn sooner or later. One of the scrolls in particular was a will of both the Zenshi's elders. Hakura is the heiress of the Zenshi clan and will have to become clan head one day, meaning attendance at council meetings, etc., etc. It also stated that everything belongs to her and they have left a healthy amount of money in the bank for when she gets older. Naruto quickly hopped up and walked into an estate and suite to take a quick shower before he has to go out again. He didn't bother putting any shampoo on his hair. He'll do that later when he gets back. Naruto dried his hair and pulled on his shinobi gear. One thing you should know about Naruto is he never sleeps in pajamas. He always goes everywhere in his shinobi gear. However, if you think about it, he doesn't actually need those weapons that he strapped to his back as one. He can summon weapons easily. And two, he has a bottomless pit of jutsus up his arsenal. Weapons easily when you ever when you ever ask him about it, he would actually give you an honest answer, an honest reply. So, I don't use any chakra. That was actually his legitimate reply when Tamari had bumped into him once at home. Still fully geared, Naruto stepped out from his room and almost did a double take because he wasn't actually paying attention to the world around him. He was too busy reading a book one time when he just recently arrived at Suna. He almost fell off the stairs when reading a book. It was his quick reflexes that saved him from rolling down the huge flight of stairs. You see, Naruto has a big obsession with reading, but he only reads in his spare time. Why is the living room empty? Naruto thought to himself as he kept the book and glided down the stairs quickly and gracefully. Usually, Kankuro would be on the couch flipping through the TV channels while Tamari would be in the kitchen making a snack for herself and waiting for Naruto to come back to cook. Garu would be at the dinner table doing God knows what with papers everywhere on the table. Then he realized that there were chocolate signatures coming from the kitchen and game room that Kankuro owns. Naruto stepped towards the kitchen, only to pause, still confused by the sight, A few Konoha shinobis were in there. The girl specifically had he faintly heard Kiba's explanation. I won. I'm going out, Tamari, Naruto said, scaring them all. They hadn't sensed him standing there. What time will you be home? Some boys poured out from the game room. Sorry about that. Had to yawn. You know what I'm saying? Gara looks like he doesn't want to be there. I'm going to look at our new umbus. I want to see how good they are. After I'm going to pick Yumi up. I promised to bring her over to have dinner with us. Wanna come, Gara? Nara said, much to the relief of the young Kazekage. Great relief flashed through Gara's eyes as he nodded and followed Naruto out. Who's Yumi? Is it his girlfriend? Sakura asked. No, Kankuro replied, as he headed back into the game room. Naruto and Gara headed towards the Anbu headquarters, and they quickly found the new Anbus at the training ground. Gara's sand swirled towards them subtly. Naruto threw his Shurin kunai towards them, induced with wind chakra to increase the speed of the kunai. The Anbus didn't have time to respond as Naruto appeared with his katana drawn and Gara's sand wrapped around their ankles, holding them down. Shit, one of them cursed as he barely dodged the sloppy swipe. Naruto decided to go easy on them first. Naruto slowly increased his attack, and they were holding up pretty after Gara released the sand, got gripping their ankles. Not bad, Naruto said. Once he stopped and shoot his weapon. Thank you, Naruto-sara. Naruto blinked at the formality. After a little chat with the Anbus, he and Gara left to pick Yumi up. Tsunade and Chapter 24. Tsunade and the rest of the Konoha shinobis present at the Hokage mansion was gasping when the door opened to reveal Naruto holding onto a young girl that was barely 2. When did Naruto have a child? Whose child is that? What? Naruto gently handed the child to Tamari, who was awaiting with open arms. Take care of her for a while. I'm going to take a shower before I cook. How was she when you went to pick her up? Kankuro asked. I don't know how you would describe a situation where a child isn't willing to come out from under the bed and is only fed when food was slid under the bed for her and the person she is missing so badly is mentioned. Whoa. She's so dependent on you. Yeah, my disguise clone was protecting her, sort of might have dispelled when I was attacked in Konoha. Naruto said as he started to walk up the stairs. I don't know what to say, man. Kankuro joked and Naruto sighed, shaking his head at Kankuro's bad attempt to make a joke. Once they heard the clicking of the door and the water running, the Konoha shinobi exploded into many portions. Tamari silenced them and placed Yumi on the couch. Naruto can answer your questions later, was all they said before Gara looked around for something. Or should I say someone. Where did Yumi go? Gara's deep voice silence through the air, ringing warning bells. Shit, they lost a small child. They were about to start this search when a muffled yell was heard, followed by a blood thud. They all rushed up, only to pause at the sight. Naruto is half dressed and clutching the small girl who was gripping his arms. God damn it, Yumi. You don't just wander in like that. If I didn't catch you, you would have hit your little forehead. Naruto chastised lightly as he picked her poked her forehead and making her giggle more. She clapped her hands to his face and poked everything in her reach. Naruto tilted his head back so she didn't poke his eyes out. I'll take care of her. I need to get dressed. Out, Naruto ordered, and the door was shut in their faces. Once they were out of the way, that prevented the door from clicking shut. When it's framed, they all drifted downstairs, and Naruto came out a few moments later with Yumi hanging onto his neck for dear life. She looked like she was choking him for Kami's sake. No, Yumi, don't do that. You're going to fall, Naruto grasped her legs, and lifted her higher so she isn't driving him of his precious oxygen. She screamed happily when she was suddenly launched higher. Are you guys staying for dinner or what? Naruto asked, not knowing how much to cook. Can we stay? Tsunade asked hopefully. Naruto nodded, not sure why they think they can't stay. Thank you. We'll just stay for dinner before we go back to our hotel, Ino said happily, wanting to know about the child Naruto showed up with. Alright, Yumi. Stay with Gaara, Naruto said, as he swirled towards so Yumi can see Gaara. She clutched onto Naruto, not willing to let go. Naruto gestured for his fingers subtly, and Gaara understood. He swirled his head, and sand flew towards to form a random animals to get the child's attention. Her eyes lit up, and she reached out to try to get the animal. Naruto let her go to Gaara, and he went to the kitchen quickly, so he doesn't draw any attentions to himself. Gaara was distracted by an Anbu suddenly appearing to hand Gaara some things. Yumi wandered towards the kitchen to look for Naruto. Damn, that girl is clingy, isn't she? Naruto's stiff when he felt something wrap around his leg. He looked down to see Yumi hugging onto his leg like a koala. Naruto sighed at her determination to be around him. He twirled around to the kitchen to amuse her while he cooked. Soon she was bored from all the twirling, and Naruto moved her up to his shoulders for her to play with his hair. Once Gaara was done, he realized Yumi had left and on her wand again. She's barely 2 years old, and she is already so determined to cling onto Naruto. Gaara stood up and walked to the kitchen to see if Naruto needs help. Apparently, he doesn't. He and Yumi is having fun in the kitchen. Naruto would swing his head a little so that his blonde, untamable locks would tickle Yumi, causing her to giggle and pat down on really hard, trying to get the hair to stay down. That looked like it hurt, Conqueror commented loudly as he munched on Pringles. I am actually eating Pringles at the time. I don't judge. I didn't have lunch. Wait, hold up, bruh. Everyone was standing there watching the affection. Naruto never looked so happy in Konoha. Naruto raised an eyebrow at the number of audience, but turned back to amuse Yumi and cooking at the same time. She pulled at Naruto's hair, even going as far as pulling out some strings. I'm going to be bald by the time you're done, Yumi. Naruto teased, causing Yumi to pout, but later clapped her hands at her creation, then pouted again when she realized if Naruto was bald, she couldn't play with his hair anymore. Now you then realize what you have been doing all along, Naruto said to the child, ignoring everyone else like they don't exist. The small child pouted cutely before she whacked her hand down on Naruto's head. Naruto cringed and frowned at the child's antic. Ow, that hurts. Naruto groaned as tilted his head, hoping the headache wouldn't come. Yumi took that opportunity to try to pull Naruto's ears open, and she stuck her fingers into his ear. It felt warm and cozy. making her giggle again. Naruto twitched at the uncomfortable feeling. Note to self: never ever tilt my head ever again when Yumi's on my shoulders. Naruto thought to himself as he put Yumi's fingers out before lifting her off his shoulders and letting her step on his feet. She hugged onto his waist as Naruto walked around and her legs would move too. So, Naruto, whose child is that? I don't know, Naruto answered as he looked up to meet their gaze, before turning his attention back to feed Yumi, who was sitting on his lap. On his lap. On his manhood. How is he not feeling uncomfortable? Oh my god, is he gay? What do you mean? You don't know? Kurenai asked. She was abandoned on the streets as an infant. She was badly injured, but I healed her and brought her here to the orphanage. She was like a magnet afterwards. She wouldn't be happy. She wouldn't. Hold on. She wouldn't be happy when I wasn't with her. Then how do you deal when you go on missions? Kiba asks. That's the beauty of shadow clones. Helps you with anything, and the best thing paperwork. Naruto hinted and hit the two Kages in the room hard in the face. How did they not know? How did they not think of that? Oh, Kami, a child that is only 12 thought of that, and they didn't. They are the Kages for Kami's sake. How are you not feeling uncomfortable with the child squirming around against you? Ino blurted out, finally a brave soul, at the question. Naruto looked up slightly, surprised, because I'm asexual. I don't like guys or girls. If that ever got out, the entire female population of Naruto fangirls and the shinobi slash civilian villages would have been sobbing their heads off. I can bet some would even try to take their own life at the prospect of not being able to win the heart of the most dangerous shinobi alive. Ever. After that statement, Naruto left them, gasping. Hell, even the Sand siblings didn't know that he was asexual. Alright, let me see how long this video is. Oh, sorry about that. Let me see how long this video is. It's chapter 25. We keep going. I'll keep going. I'll do one more chapter. 25. Chapter 25. You're asexual, Tamari asked, shocked even of her face. I'm surprised you guys don't see it. Naruto comments as he tilted his head to avoid getting his eyes almost poked out by Yumi again. What? But you were so onto Sakura, Ino explained, causing Naruto to look at her. That was because I had to make sure no one knows I'm asexual. But after that, I didn't bother hiding it. I'm still surprised you guys didn't realize. Sakura almost deflated a little that the now super hot Naruto doesn't actually like her. Then what about the clan Restoration Act? Restoration Act. Ino asks. That would not be necessary as Naruto is not in Konoha and we Suna do not have such laws, Gaara said, almost angry that they wanted Naruto to be reproducing clan heirs. But no. Naruto is not a Konoha shinobi anymore. But end of discussion, Gaara said as he stood up and walked away. The remaining two Sand siblings and Naruto looked at the red-headed Kageka with a sigh before turning back to the Konoha shinobis in the room. You guys should go. It's late and you'll need the energy to train tomorrow, Naruto said as he shifted the sleeping little girl in his arms. As he stood up, everyone said their goodbyes before going separate ways. Naruto carried the child up to his room to sleep. Naruto sighed quietly as he sat down silently on the window, still and watched the little girl snuggled into his bed, and a smile found its way to her lips. Naruto looked out to the bright moon. It was broadening. He didn't know when he had fallen asleep, but when he heard the soft rustles of fabric, he woke up to see the sun was rising and Yumi was waking up too. He took her down for breakfast before sending her to school. Naruto arrived back at the Kage Mansions to cook breakfast for the Sand siblings. Morning, Naruto, Tamari greeted, yawning. Morning. So, what's your plan for the day? Training the kids, then I'll probably do some training too. You? Naruto said, scoping the fried eggs onto the plate as Gara and Kankuro came down the stairs and into the kitchen. All of them dressed for the day. Don't know. Mission probably, Tamari replied, absent-minded, and helped Naruto bring the plates out. Naruto accompanied Gara to the Kage Tower and made a clone that would stay hidden to guard Gara while he trained his Genin team. Naruto-sama, the squeals came and the sound of foot running be heard. Naruto cursed mentally and took off. Sit, Hakura greeted but cut off herself as said Sensei just zoomed past them and jumped into a tree with lots of foliage. The Guinea team quickly pretended to look bored, and they slumped against the tree trunk, as if they're getting tired, waiting for their teacher. You brats, have you seen Naruto-sama? The girl in front of the group asked. Katsu let out a loud yawn. We were waiting for him, too. He told us to come at 5 a.m. Look at what time it is now. It's already 7. He is 2 whole hours late. We didn't even have a proper breakfast, Katsu grumbled, crossing his arms and acting annoyed and slightly angry at said boy. The females deflated immediately, but a few had declared, saying that they should keep looking and never give up on true love. The females immediately perked up and started moving off to the opposite direction. Naruto waited a few minutes before he dropped down from the tree. His team tensed, their hands already resting on their weapons, but they relaxed once they realized it was their sensei. Naruto's mouth twitched, feeling proud of his team that he had been aware of their surroundings, and he was also proud that his team's skills to think on their feet had improved, and impulsive improvements was pretty good. They didn't need any instruction. They just adjusted to the situation to make sure it was of interest to them, and that their enemy couldn't catch them out. Good job, guys. The team beamed at the praise. They'll grow up to be the finest shinobi, Naruto thought as he studied his team, who seemed to try to look relaxed, but their eyes tell a different story. They were all tensed at Naruto's beautiful blue eyes, studying them as if he was analyzing them, and just reading thought their souls and plucking out their weaknesses. They've all learned on the first day not to expect the unusual, since they would explain the plan for the day and they would stick to it. No, then Sensei takes everyone off guard, never tells them what they are doing unless it was on a mission. He never sticks to just one thing for the day. He had started with a brief introduction that only consisted of their names. They were unsure what to say, as Naruto never told them when they only said their names. They saw Naruto's eyes glint with something akin to recognition, but they were unsure as their sensei had suddenly disappeared and appeared, swiping his arm at one of them. He looked as if he was holding a weapon, and they would be dead. Later, they had asked him why they saw some sort of emotion at the start. Naruto had explained, saying they didn't reveal anything to the enemy for the enemy to use against them, and he was proud of that. has said he would take them under his wing, which had immediately made them cheer. Naruto had brought them to the restaurant for a meal to get to know them before they started their first team training the next day. The bond in the team grew stronger each day. They continued egging each other on, declaring a rivalry with each other to push each other. The three are always competing to see who would win, and the other two would automatically be declared losers. They have all kept a score for different things. Each of them had different skills and excelled in different things. Hakuro was good with the genjutsu. Kasuga was the taijutsu, and Akira with the ninjutsu. That is just one example. I could go on forever, but you'll get bored. Naruto's team is the best team in Suna. They were the only team that could do missions, from escort missions to information gathering to being a distraction team. Any type of mission, they also completed a few C rank missions turned actual A/C rank S rank missions because of clients' dishonesty. But Naruto was there, so it was fine. None of them was harmed, just a little shaken. Naruto suddenly just disappeared. His getting cursed as they got into position training is just beginning. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and press the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload again. And that is it, I think. And with that, I'm out. Anime Demons out. Peace.